Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Jordan Leasure. I'm the owner and physician of North Shore Proactive Health, a state-of-the-art wellness clinic in the northern Chicago suburbs. We are talking about stress and affirmations tonight. Fingers crossed, my face is healed tomorrow and go back to wearing makeup. It'll be a less frightening presentation, I promise. So we are having an interesting day. So for those of you that follow me personally, the air conditioning went out of my office. I own 2 units in a building. I rent 2 units in a building, and I am responsible for the HVAC. So I get to replace 2 air conditioning units and 2 furnaces in the next week. So as if there wasn't enough fun going on right now with the stay-at-home order in Chicago and decreased patient volume because people are scared to leave their homes. Now it's 85 degrees in my office and I need to replace the air conditioning. So that's just super. But I'm staying positive. I'm forging ahead. We're a little late tonight because I didn't have my stand to do my video. So I had to run to said 85-degree office and grab it. But we're good. We are on tonight. So please give me some feedback. Let me know you're watching. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a smiley face if you can commiserate some of the ridiculousness that's going on right now. But seriously, when it rains, it pours. So, I mean, like, what can you do at this point? I am becoming an expert in how to handle stress. So if you had any question before, literally now, I just received my doctorate in stress management. We're going to talk tonight about eliciting personal change through positive affirmations. I love this, and it's kind of funny that we haven't talked about it yet. If any of you have seen me speak professionally, I always incorporate a video, and at this point, literally the video is like 13 years old. The girl in the video at the time was a toddler. I think she was probably like 4 or 5 years old. And it's literally a video of her standing on her bathroom sink saying, and I used to have the routine down, obviously with everything else going on, my brain's a little foggy, but it was essentially like, I love my hair, I love my friends, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my sister, I love my elephant. Like, she had this list that she went through. And it was a YouTube video, again, from like 13 years ago. But the gist of it was her parents had taught her this, and she did it every single morning. That was her affirmation. And she got down, and you literally watched her climb off the sink, onto the tub, onto the floor. And she was like, I love my life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's how she started it every day. So could you imagine what your day would look like? And this is obviously a lot more fun when you can see me top to bottom doing this on a stage. It's actually, I think it's pretty hilarious. But essentially, what would your day be like if you got up, and especially being a woman, because men, I don't know what's going on in your heads, but ladies, we do not always have the best positive self-talk. But if you got up in the morning and you were like, I love my hair, I love my skin, I love my butt, I love my husband, I love my spouse, I love my kids, I love my house, I love my job. And what about your day? Like, how could you possibly have a rough day if that was how you started it, if that was how you approached things? So we're talking about that tonight, how you can do that, what that means to your health, and how you can do that. There are lots of different ways to do affirmations. I'm going to ask today that you actually talk to yourself. You can write affirmations, of course. I have oftentimes instructed clients to take a sticky note and write things to yourself and put on the bathroom mirror. I have clients that buy the markers you can use on mirrors. I wouldn't suggest lipstick or any of that, but you can actually write on your mirror your affirmations. You have plenty of options. I'm going to ask again that you speak to yourself. You don't have to do it right now, and you can write your notes and then check out a mirror and actually speak to yourself, give yourself these affirmations. But create a list of the positive things in your life that you love about yourself. I'm going to ask you to start speaking positive to yourself on a daily basis. All of us have a tape playing in our mind, and it can be about us, it can be about people, it can be about our job, it can be about our spouse. And generally speaking, it's more on the negative side, and we don't even realize it. We get exhausted, we get tired, and this tape is playing, and you're just like, oh, that right there was negative. Or if somebody does something and you're like, that right there was negative. And of course, it can be a lot more explicit than that. And, you know, you could use language and you can say, God, that was so stupid, or why did you do that? And that's speaking about yourself to yourself. And oftentimes when I'm instructing clients or when I'm working with people through this, you can think of yourself as a child. You know, if you don't have kids, or if you have kids, would you speak to your child in the tone that you speak to yourself? Would you speak to the 3, 4, 5-year-old version of yourself the way that you currently speak to yourself? I would hope not. So what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to walk you through an exercise. We've got a couple notes here. And if this resonates, again, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. If you are currently engaging in some of these exercises, if you do self-talk with yourself, let me know. But you want to make sure that you're choosing a belief system that is congruent with your values. So how do you talk to yourself? How do you talk to your friends? How do you talk to your spouse? Verbally, like when it's coming out of your mouth. When it's in your head, it should be the same as when it's coming out of your mouth. So you want to make sure that those two things are congruent. Make sure that, you know, your self-talk is always a manifestation of your thoughts. So that's why we're working on possibly modifying some of that. Stop being so critical. Stop being so judgmental about yourself. Give yourself a break. And you have infinite opportunities for things to do for self-care. Like this afternoon when I had a to-do list of things I need to get done for the office, which I didn't get a lot done since our air conditioner crapped out and it's 85 degrees in our office, and we are open, currently seeing patients. We did close the office early because it got to the point where it was uncomfortable to even for us to work in the office. And you have to remember, of course, we're wearing masks during this time. So a mask on top of 85 degrees inside an office is not a pleasant experience. So I kind of scrapped my to-do list and I just took a break this afternoon and I took some me time. And sometimes it's what you need to do, and you need to allow yourself that and not be judgmental of how you're taking care of yourself. So make sure that you are choosing to believe what is best in how you're engaging in that self-talk. And it should be focused on present and future solutions as well as opportunities. So I'm trying somehow to see by replacing 2 AC and 2 HVAC, 2 AC and 2 furnace units in our office building as an opportunity. I don't know what that opportunity is, but I've tried to see the positive in that, that we are investing in the business, that we're going to be there for a while. We are solidifying, those units as ours. By me making such a large investment. So fingers crossed. Number 3, please always evaluate your belief system and self-talk by asking, is this congruent with my values? So when you have that tape playing in your head and you're thinking about what you're saying to yourself, when you're thinking about what you're saying to your spouse, to your employees, to your children, please make sure that that is congruent with your belief system. So if you believe that people are genuinely good, that people are genuinely honest, if your belief system is that of positivity, you want to make sure that that tape is playing in your head. That tape is also positive, because that incongruency is what causes stress. It's what that it just grinds on us. Number 4, always choose positive, optimistic, grateful, and empowering belief systems and self-talk. So you want to be congruent with that self-talk, with those belief systems. So we all have something to be grateful for. So I was viewing this complete demise of our HVAC system at the office, and I am grateful that we are open through all this. I'm grateful that I have patients and staff that I need to keep cool. And that's why we require a new HVAC system. So it can be a stretch, but those are some of the beliefs that I'm hanging on to. And those are some of the self-talk that's playing in the tape in my head right now in order to get me through this, having to buy 2 new furnaces and 2 new air conditioning units. Finally, number 5, create a daily affirmation self-talk routine that is present tense, positive, and emotional. For instance, I am a loving, kind, honest person, and I feel proud of myself for choosing to be this way. So you can do this in front of a mirror. You can do this on tape, and you can replay it for yourself. So if you're driving, you can listen. That's a great opportunity. That's a great way to reiterate this to yourself. But try that. So everybody right now, please, we're gonna do a little exercise. Indulge me after this one hell of a day. Repeat after me. I am a loving, kind, honest person, and I feel proud of myself for choosing to be this way. Should we try that one more time? I'm a loving, kind, and honest person, and I feel proud of myself for choosing to be this way. That's a great one. And that's one that you can repeat, that you can utilize every single day. When doing your affirmations, you want to adopt a confident posture, use a confident, truthful, emotional tone of voice, and choose to believe in yourself. So don't placate yourself. Really own this and make sure that that's how you feel about yourself, that you can, those words really resonate with you. And it may be something different. You may be looking at yourself and saying, I'm a beautiful individual and I do everything I can for other people. And I am proud of what I give on a daily basis. Maybe that's another one. There are infinite possibilities of wonderful things that you can say about yourself. You want to repeat those affirmations out loud at least 3 times a day, or again, record yourself and play it while you're in the car, play it before you're going to bed, use it as a type of meditation. Self-talk is a fantastic way to get you centered, to help lower heart rate, to get you to relax. Hearing nice things about yourself, whether they're coming from you, to you, or they're coming from other people, are absolutely going to help, again, improve your mood, decrease heart rate, decrease some of those stress hormones, and get us feeling good and getting set for the next day. You may find it weird to do affirmations or to deliberately say nice things about yourself, but do you find it awkward when you're critical about yourself? Most people don't. So let's try to flip-flop that. And the more positivity you're able to exude about yourself, you'll be able to stop yourself when you notice that you're saying some of those negative things. So that's what we want to start paying attention to. And of course, your self-talk is going to determine your actions and your beliefs. So let's again make sure that we are thinking positive thoughts, that we are engaging in positive self-talk, and we are relaying that so that we are connecting that to our belief system. So we are having a positive belief system. If you have questions, as always, I'm available. Please let me know. I am in the office seeing patients tomorrow, so we might do a video around lunchtime about stress, about the stress response system, and some other things that you can do to help to combat that. If you have something you'd like to discuss privately, please let me know. Send me a private message. Our next group sessions are starting in June. I know that some people had messaged me privately about that. So if you'd like to get in on that, please let me know ASAP. They do start fresh every month. So have a beautiful evening. I appreciate your watching. And thank you so much for joining us. Have a great Wednesday night.